see that fucking camera got bumped. Alright, so we're just gonna fucking adjust the camera a little bit. Just gonna adjust the camera a little bit. Where's my favorite puppy dog over there? There she goes. Alright, we're just gonna adjust the camera down here a little bit like that, so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, I think we're good there. Alright, I'm trying to get this goddamn panning video set up between myself and Kiwi, doing a live panning demonstration, like I said in the description, and I couldn't get it done. Kiwi was drunk the night before last. We were setting it up the night before that, and then last night he was already drinking again. So I just decided that we're going to do it like this. I'm going to go live. I could do a video, but I'm going to go live and do this. I have this Paydirt right here from goldnuggetsales.com, and it looks like we got too much light coming in the window. So we're gonna pull that shade down. How is that? Is that better? That looks better to me. All right. So we got this bag of Paydirt from goldnuggetsales.com. You can tell this is a Juneau, Alaska bag. I bought the White Horse bag also for Kiwi because he wanted to do this competition to see who was the better panner. So I bought that one and I sent it to him. It eventually got to him. It had to take time to go through the intermediary, and it got there. And now we wanted to set this up, and I just can't get him to commit. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this live. I'm gonna give myself an hour time limit. I can see it on my monitor, right? Right over here in the comment section. I can see that. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to reach over there. You know what, guys? Everybody's talking about the weight that they're losing and the weight that they've lost. Big T especially. I have lost 30 pounds. I have gone from 255 down to 222. If I could lose 20 more pounds, I'd be a real happy person. I'm not real fat. I mean, I got stomach, but I'm not real fat. I got to get rid of that. Anyway, yeah, I know you didn't come to see that. So he got the White Horse bag. I got the Juneau bag. We couldn't get it done, so I'm just going to do this today. Got to get my coffee out of here. We'll set that over here. All right, you're going to watch me rip this. I'm going to see, where's my, there it is. I'm going to see if I can't get this in just a little closer. Might be able to. And then I can just move everything over a little bit. We'll just move the pan over here. Like that. Where are we at? Yeah, we'll move it up there like that a little bit. All it takes is just a little bit of camera movement and stuff. Another thing I can do is just move the table, which I think I will do because I don't have enough room back there. I think I just move the table. So we just go like that. I think maybe. So like that. We will adjust the camera a little bit like that. Yeah, I see a dog bed over there. Yeah, I think we'll just adjust the camera like that. That way, then we got some room to do stuff over here. All right, I'll put that up there. All right. Yeah, and then that's too far away from me. That sucks. This really does suck. Trying to set this up just right, but all right. Here we are. I guess I can handle this. I'll put this here, put this over there like that. Yeah, you'll still be able to see me panning, I guess. Yeah, let me see if I can bring this back here a little bit. Set this up here a little bit. Yeah, all right, we'll still be able to get stuff done here. All right, first thing I got to do is classify this bag. Let's start at 252. No, let's get it up at 155 on my computer. We'll get it up at 155. We'll go at 255. How is it going to look if I go like that? Ooh, that's quite the deal there. No, a little bit further out that way. Let's just move this stuff like that. Oh, man. I might be able to put my arms on the table and do this, yeah? All right. Let me see what we got there. That's my big pan. If I go to the river, I pan with this one. This is the one I like to pan with here. And then I got this little bugger here if I need it, but I don't really need that one. I put my bigs in there. This is the one I like to pan with here. That's the right size for me. What is that? 10, 12 inch. 10, 12 inch. What is this one? 14 inch. See, that's 9, 10. Yeah, that's 14 inch pan. I like this one for a river because I could put a shovel full or a shovel and a half in here. But I don't like to use this one up here because I can't get it in here for one thing. This one's the right size for in here. So that's the one I use. It's easier on my wrist. Let's go. Yeah, we're at 253. And if I need to, I can always back this up like that to where you can see it. Or I can just bring it right back down again. Okay, that works good. We'll go right back there to start with. We got the scale up here. We got the sucker bottle up here. Got little brushes and magnets and all that good stuff. Got my little pan up here to roast gold in if I need it. I got all my other little pans to put nuggets or pickers or anything in of any interest. I'll take that little silver one out of there. I'm going to drill a hole in that little silver one, and I'm going to use that as a keychain fob. And I got my little bottles, wash bottles here. Got to have that. Here's my other magnet. But I don't usually use magnet unless I pan out the magnetic separate. So, and I got my little tweezers, of course. Got to have my little tweezers. And if you know me, I got to have my old man eyes here too. I got my old man eyes. Uh-oh. That don't sound good. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to go get a chair. Because I'm sitting on these file boxes, and that didn't sound good there. That sounded like it was giving way. And it was. The top was squishing in. So we'll just move those out of the way. And I'll just get a chair. I will just get a chair. Uh-oh, what is that? There's a piece of something down here. I don't know what that is. We'll find out what that is later. Yeah, we'll just get a stool here. There we go. All right, stool's here. All right, let's just start. I got to classify this stuff. And I want to put the fines in here to start with. I'm not going to pan all the fines at the same time, but I will put the bigs in this little pan, and then I'll put the most of the fines in here. But this is the pan I'm going to pan with, so I guess maybe we'll just put the big pan here. We're going to open this bag. Kiwi, you noticing? I'm opening the bag on the camera. Oh man, there. Man, talk about nasty bags. That's a nasty bag to open. All right, there. Yes, we will Yeah, there's some rock in there. I saw a piece of gold go already. And I'm just going to classify this dry. Usually I classify it wet, but I'm going to classify it dry this time. Now you notice that if you can see it, you'll notice that I should classify this a different size, but I don't have all the sizes to classify it with. So this all goes into bigs. I can see a piece of gold in there. So I'm just going to take these bigs out like this and put them in there like that. I can see gold in here, so take the bigs out just like that. This is going to go in with my fines, just like that. Now, should I do that? Probably not, but I don't know. Should I? Maybe. Yeah. We'll just do that one at a time. Well, then I should have done it in this pan here. Just to start with. But I guess maybe we'll do that later. We'll just get a little water in here. Swish her around. Should have probably done that the other way around. And we'll do that the next time. We'll just do that the next time around. We'll put that in there. There we go. We don't really need this big pan, but all right. Let's do this. Let's do this. I might have to change water every once in a while. It just depends how dirty this stuff is, man. I like looking at stuff through clean water. I don't like looking at stuff in dirty water. I really like to have that other window open, or that other shade open. And I might open it anyway for you guys, because I can't see shit otherwise. There. Now I got some sunlight in here also. Now I can see something. Now I can see something. I like to see stuff going over riffles. There's a lot of, I wouldn't call it blonde sand. It's not black, but it's dark colored stuff, man. And I keep my tailings in this pan. I pan it 2 or 3 different times. Wow. Well, there's an interesting little rock. What was that? Where is that? Come here, you little bugger. That's an interesting little rock. We'll keep him over there in that little silver pan. It's an interesting little rock. I don't know what it is, just interesting. Rocks are interesting to me. Always have been, always will be. Rocks have always been interesting to me. All right, I think we got that about as far as we can get it. Let's see if we can pull that back a little bit. thought there was some gold in there. All right, here's what we're going to do. They're going to squirt that out. That sand is going out. All right. Yeah, I see a piece there. I see a couple pieces. Well, let's see here. Not going to be a whole bunch in there, but there's going to be some. All right, we're going to squirt that sand out of there, just like that. And I squirt it out like this because I know there's nothing in that sand, and I don't want to keep it in the pan. And I'm going to do that again yet. Oh, is there a floater? I got to look at that one. Where's my coin loop? No, that's a rock. Always handy to have a coin loop to look at that little fly speck stuff. All right, we're going to spray that out there one more time. All right, let's see what we're going to get here. And we got to have, well, there's some nice stuff in there. There's some nice stuff in there. I get that one rock out of there. Another rock, another couple. No, it doesn't look like there's really too much fly speck poop in here. Kind of hard to tell, but I don't think so. Okay. Oh, shoot. Look at that. How that slides. And here's where the tweezers comes in handy. That is a fairly large flake. That's going in this white pan right there. When you turn the pan up vertical and that gold starts to skate, that oh, and there it goes. See how that goes? There's one there, and then there's one more down in the tailings down there. I saw him. He went right there. Just like that. Now I got to look in there and see if there's any more in there. I don't think so. No, rock. Nope. Okay, and then it goes just like that. Out. Get out of the rock. And that's why I use this dish pan a lot, because I dry my tailings out in here, or I'll go through them and do them again wet. Doesn't matter. A lot of times I like to dry them out. All right. We got just a little bit of tapping to do yet. And just a little bit more black sand to get out of there. And that looks like a rock also. I think that's the last rock that's in there. That's a piece of silver. I kind of thought so. It didn't look like gold. It looked like silver. So we'll put that in the pan with the rock right there. That's a piece of silver. That's all gold up there. All right. We'll give you a show here in a second. Let's see if I can maybe, well, put some water in there. All right. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, there's some gold right up there at the top. Get it up there just a little bit closer. All right. That's the first pan. But these were also in there. Oh, shit. You can't see it in the white pan, can you? All right. Well, let me move her over to a darker pan. There. You see those three? Look at that. I don't even know if those are pickers. They're calling pickers, but let's see. That's a picker. That one I can't get a hold of, but I can sure feel. What about this one? That's a picker. Hear that sound? Isn't that great? Then we get that one again. Dry my fingers. Come here, you little bugger. There, how's this sound? Listen to this sound. Ah, shoot, did you hear it? Great sound, man. That other one I can pick up. Oh, that's a great sound. All right. So let's get those get the rest of that snuffered up out of there. We'll keep those guys over there. All right. We need to have some water in there to snuffer with. Don't have enough water. Oh, okay. Come on, you. And up we go. You got to have just enough water in that snuffer bottle or in the pan. Otherwise, oh, there's one little piece down there I didn't get. There he is. I saw you, you little bugger. There he goes. All right. All right, let's do a little more out of this bag. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like here. Let's put that pan over there. Get this over here. Get the big shit out of here. There we go. All right. I'm not a professional here. I don't have all the classifiers and everything, but Yeah, we're just going to dump that in there. And the reason I massage the bottom of this, because some of that stuff sticks in the wires. All right, we're going to put you over here again. There's all the bigs I got so far. And then this is about as much as I want to classify down at one time. So I can tell this water is going to get dirtier than I would like. This almost looks like the sand we get around here. Yep, may have to pour this water off and get some fresh stuff in here. I don't know. That's why I brought the jet dry in, because I knew probably that's what was going to happen. I don't see anything rolling off of there yet. I don't see anything in the corners. Might be some fly poop up there. Thought maybe I saw one. Kind of hard to see with glasses. You know, I love being able to see. I just don't love being able to. I don't love working with glasses. Got to keep constantly pushing them up. I don't know. It's supposed to be a half a gram bag, so we'll see. Probably as far as I want to take it. I could probably take it a little bit further, but let's bring some back here and see. Yeah, we're going to get some of that out of there. I don't have much left in there. I'm not seeing anything yet. I guess most of it will be hiding at the bottom of the bag. Oh, there's a little up in there. I see a little of it. Yeah. Well, you got to take a little bit of that out of there. Take some of that sand out. There we go. Oh, we want to get that sand out of there. Yep, gonna have to fill that bottle up again too. And that's all part of the time here. All part of the timing. All right. Let's get some more in there. I see gold. I tell you what, cleaning gold up really, with all that really fine black sand, that takes some time. A little finesse. And see right there, I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's what I'm dealing with. That little black sand up in there. Makes it hard to come out. But if you take your time and your panning technique is good, that black sand will just roll right out of there. All right, here we go. We put some more water in there like that. You give it a little wiggle. Tap that stuff up to the top. Let the blacks fall out like that. And then wash it. Tap that back up to the top. And if you see that, that's pretty clean gold up there. The black is all down at the bottom, you notice? I'm going to take that out of there, but first I'm going to clean that black sand out. I could snuffer it up without that, but I just don't feel good about that. So I clean everything up. All right, now I'm going to put some water in there, enough water anyway, so I can snuffer. And there's no pickers in here. Ooh, where'd that go? There's no pickers in this bunch, so we're going to snuffer that up. Come on, get up there. Oh, shit, didn't go. Didn't go. They didn't have enough water in there. I don't know. We'll see. I got to fill this one up anyway. Good thing I got a pail of water over here. All right, so let me just fill this thing up. All right, put my little squirter top back on. There we go. All right, let's get a little more water in here. There we go. That's what I like about that. I think I got her all that time. Let's see. Hate bubbles, hate bubbles, hate bubbles. That's what jet dry does for you. It gives you bubbles. All right, that's it. Nothing more left in there. She done. All right. Let's fill this sucker bottle up, and then we're going to classify the last of it. I actually need a bigger sucker bottle. Not a sucker, but I need these bottles. I got to find the right, either a, I don't know, a chocolate bottle or something like that. Let's do the rest of this bag, I think. Get the rest of it in here. I don't know. Yeah. All right, here's what we're going to do. Take this bag and put some water in there. I'm going to seal it up. And we're going to wash it good. Just like that. You're going to open it up. And we're going to set it there just like that for right now. We're going to classify this stuff out. Just like that. Take these bigs out. Take these big ones out here. See what we got here yet. And a couple more big ones in there I'd like to get out. All right, now we're going to dump this all back in there. You see how that sticks in the bottom of the... And then what we'll do is I think we're going to go like this. We're just going to pour this in here like this so we can get And there's still some in there yet. There we go. There's a couple of pieces in there that don't want to come out. There, just like that. Now you're out. All right, we're going to put everything right there. Now you're out. Yeah, you think it's dirty enough yet? Good Lord. All right, let's see what's in the bottom of the bag, should we? I haven't been looking at the time either. I haven't been keeping track or nothing. I don't know, I've seen guys, you get into a rhythm and you will do two dips. 1, 2. I do 3 kind of dips. Shake, 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 shake. 1, 2, 3. Oh, got a couple rocks in there yet. How they got in there, I don't know. Shake, 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 shake. And then when we get down here, maybe then I'll start being a little more careful. But we got to get some more of this out of here. I can see that. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, there's still one big piece of iron in there. Let's pull this back and see what we got, should we? Well, I see one big piece up there. All right, let's get this sand out of here while we're at it. I can get a lot of this sand out of here just doing this. You see that one piece of gold up in there, don't you? Get the rest of this sand out of here. See, there's some sand right there you can get out just by doing this. All right, let's see what we got. Do a little Williams wiggle there. I gotta get this rock out of here. Good Lord, what is this thing? I don't know, but it's going in a pan over there because I don't trust it. It could be very dark, dirty gold. As much as that wants to hang up there with that stuff. Uh-oh, what do I see there? Did I see a piece floating? Gotta look. Where's my old eyes? Well, let's see where that piece went to. Yeah, I don't know where that piece went to. But we're going to try and clean this sand out over the riffles and see if it... No, nothing there. I don't know what that little piece is either. I'm going to put it in the pan with that one. I don't know what that is. I see it up there in the corner, but I don't see a whole lot. We're going to take that, I think, out of there. Yeah, I don't see nothing in there. And this is why I do tailings, because there's fly poop in there you're going to miss. I just know there is. When you do it quick like this, this is what you're going to get. There's a lot of flakes in here. A lot of flakes. I don't know what that one is. That's a rock. These really heavy little bastards. I don't know what they are, but now where'd you go, you little bugger? There you are, right there. I don't know what these little heavies are. I can pick them up with my fingers. Those two I can't, but I don't know what those heavies are. They're not magnetic. I don't know what they are though. It really kind of bothers me that I don't know what they are. But they're heavy. They stay up there with the gold. Come on. Yeah, I gotta get some more out of here. There's some gold that wants to float a little bit. So, oh, there it goes, just like that. We're gonna take that piece. Can I pick that one up? Just about. I can sure feel it. I can sure feel it. All right, come on. There, okay. I'll put a little more up in there. There's still some black sand up in there we got to get out. Still some black sand we got to get out. I'm going to tap that up. I see that stuff likes to slide down. It sure likes to slide down on you. So there's some flaky stuff in there. Let's put it that way. Flaky stuff. I think that might be about it right there. Oh, there we're gonna start sliding again. There's a little black sand up in there. Yeah, let's get all that stuff up in one corner. Let's see if I can get that gold to climb, get that sand to come out of there. Just about. Just about. Yeah, I think I got her. Pretty much. Oh, baby. See, and then it slides on you. I don't want it to slide. A little piece right there, too, I think. Nope, that's in my pan. Yeah, I just want to get this sand out of here. That's all I want to do is just get it out of here. There, just like that. All right, let's get some water in there. I'm wondering if there's anything in here I can pick up with my fingers. I'm just wondering if there's another picker in here. I can definitely feel it. Not quite. But I can definitely feel those. Well, I can't pick them up, but. All right, let's get this stuff suckered up. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't get enough water in there. The bigger pieces don't want to go up in the straw. So, I'm kind of wondering. I got most of it that time around, but. Man, a lot of that doesn't want to go. Yeah. That's why I put towels on the floor. Because they dribble a lot. I like the bubbles. And I think I got it that time. Yeah, I got it that time. All right. Turn this off. Let's do some big, should we? Let's do some bigs and see what's in here. I don't think anything, but might be some neat rocks in there. Is there anything neat in there? I really don't see any. It might be a flake right there. Let's get the old eyes out. No. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything in there. We'll go down to the fine gills here. Hey you, what are you doing? My favorite little dog is in here. She's running around. What are you doing? She's looking at the table going, you got any food up there? Alright, let's pull this back. See if there's anything in here. Nada. Not a fucking thing. Alright. tailings we do in another video. We're going to do a snuffer dump though. There's where that little pan comes in handy. Little pan for a snuffer dump. Here we got nothing else in there. And then we're going to do a snuffer dump. And we're going to put, oh shit, those three with it. I don't know, can you guys see that? You can't see that, can you? Alright, so we're just going to move this up there. We're going to put that right there. And we maybe get a little bit closer. Oh, that's close as we can get. So we're going to do a snuffer dump. And that's what we got right there. So let us throw these three in there with it. Just like that. And we're gonna, oh shit. We're gonna pan this. We'll bring this back. We'll bring this back like this. Because there is still a little black sand in there. And those big pieces, they keep wanting to fall, so. All right. Looks to me like that's what we got right there. And there's some big ones in there. We can spread that out a little bit for you. There is some big ones in there. So what we're going to do now is move this out of the way. We're going to bring our pan up here. We're going to bring our scale up here. We are going to make sure that the scale pan is dry. So we're going to put this out of the way. That goes in the pan. This is trash. That goes over there. I got to have some coffee to start with. I am as interested as you guys are in how much we got. Make sure this pan is nice and dry. There's nothing in there. You do notice that little dink up there in the pan. Well, that's permanent and it stays. All right, and we're going to wipe the little stand off there. All right, we're going to put the pan on. We're going to turn that on. And we're going to zero it. It is zeroed. I think you can see that, can't you? Pretty much. Pretty much you can see that. Yep, all right. Well, let's take this gold and we're going to pour it in this pan. If I can get it in there. And then we're going to take the water in this pan. We're going to pour it back in here. And I'm going to swish it around a little bit and see if I left any gold in there. And I did. I left some right up on the lip up here. Little fucking fly speck. And then we're going to do that again. I'm going to pour some water back in here. I make sure everything is clean, buddy. I make sure everything is clean. I'm going to pour it back in there one more time. And we're going to make sure everything is clean here. And I see one more little piece that doesn't want to come out. So I'm going to take a brush and brush that in there. Now that brush is wet. So we're not going to use that one anymore. That's why we have this other one. And what are we going to do? Go the other way, and we're going to pour most of this water out. Oh, see, some of that gold is flowing. Some of that gold is flowing, so you got to be real careful about this. I'm going to pour most of that water off, just like that. Oh, that water goes back in here. Goes back in there with the tailings. All right. Now we got this pan right here. We're going to get all that gold tapped up to one side. All right. Just like that. Then what are we going to do? Well, we got to dry it. Ta-da! Just like that. And she's done. And falls down. All right. Now what we're going to do is put it in the pan. Just like that. But you notice how some of that sticks? It is a cast iron pan after all. There's one right there. All right, that's it. That's it for the pan. Oh, pan's a little hot. So we'll cool it down just a little bit. Like that, before we set it on the towel. All right. And my scale shut off, didn't it? All right, I'll turn it back on because it automatically keeps 0. All right, just like that. Now we got to take this off. I guess in order to do this the easy way, we'll just put this back in the pan. Just like that. Put this back on just like that. 0 it. Put this back in the pan just like this. What are we guessing? I'm guessing 0.6 something. There you go. That's what you got. You got 1.075. Maybe it's a gram bag. I don't know. 1.065. Can you guys see that? You can see that. Point. Okay, we're calling it 1.070. That's what we're calling it. How much time we got? 2:46? Hey, I'm under. About 10 minutes on, 9 minutes under. So that's what I got. 1.070. And that gets written on the bag. Let me do this. Wipe this bag down. You see what I'm going to do? I'm going to wipe this bag down. And I have a little marker here. And I'm going to write on here. I think I'm going to write it up here. 1.070. Just like that. And then when I pan the tailings, then I can add to it again. Oh, that light is really strong coming through that window. Now you know why I like it, to see. 1.070. That's not bad. All right, let's put her in a cap or in a little deal. I'll put it in this one because it's free. It doesn't have anything in it yet. I got to be very careful. And there she goes. I think that is all. I think that's all. And we're done 9 minutes ahead of time. And that's weighing and everything. There you go. There it is, out of that bag. Let's see if I can get it in focus. Well, hold up a second. Seeing how I don't have to pan anymore. Oh, we'll bring this down just like that. Now can you see it better? There, that's what we got out of that bag. 1.070. I didn't think that was too bad. It didn't hurt too bad. We're done. 9 minutes ahead of time. All right, Kiwi, it's on you, buddy. It's on you. Oh, wrong way. Right way. I still don't know what these heavies are. I'm going to take a magnet to them real quick here and see. You guys can see, can't you? We're going to leave the gold right up there by the pan. And we're going to put this right here. And we're going to... Okay, look at that. They aren't magnetic, so what are they? Can we take a tweezers and squish them? Yep, you can break them. That one is a rock. I don't think that one will work. That one's a rock. That one doesn't break either. I'm kind of wondering about this big one. I really am. I have to look at that thing a lot closer. It's got gold coloring all around it, but it's dark black. So what I'm going to do is take my tweezer point and scratch it really hard and see. No, I think it's just rock, man, because it's really hard, heavy, but it doesn't seem like it's metal. So I really don't know. I don't know what to tell you about these. I think they're just rocks. But heavy rocks, so they go into tailings, just like that. Just like that, they go into tailings. And then we got one other piece over here that you guys should look at. And I'll put it in this green pan here for you in just a second. So it'll probably be easier to see. There's another rock. I got another rock here, but there's one little piece of silver. That's a rock. Well, you see that little piece right there? That's silver. I don't even know if I can get it any closer for you. That's a little piece of silver in there. I watched that one, so we need a little vial for that. So what I think I'm going to do is take one of these vials. They've already got gold in. Uh-oh, I'm dropping stuff. I'm going to take this gold that's in here. I'm going to put it in here with this one. Because that came out of another bag. Okay, nothing left in there, is there? Oh yeah, there is. No, there's nothing left in there. All right. Okay, so that gold's in there with that. We're going to take this little piece of silver and we're going to put it in this little vial right here. Just like that. And there he is. There's a little silver in there. There's some other gold I've taken out. And some other bags I've taken out right here. You can see the dark in here. There's still a little bit of black sand in there. I got to clean out of that one. But this one here is pretty good. A little bit of black sand in this one I got to take out. There's so much little fly poop in there though. Oh my Lord. So there you go. And what's the easiest way to get what is the easiest way to get that's close as we can get, buddy. What is the easiest way to get black sand, real fine black sand out of that gold? I put it back in this pan and I heat it. And the black sand will burn up. Kind of burn up. You know what I mean? All right, there we go. We got it. We're at an hour. Kiwi, it's on you, buddy. This is all on you. Because I'm not going to wait around for you. My pencil box with all my stuff in. You guys like my pencil box with all my stuff in, don't you? That's where I put my gold too. Right there. That all goes in there also. That's silver. All right, Kiwi, it's on you. 1.070. That was my first pan through. Let's see what you got, buddy. Bring it. Bring it. All this stuff's got to go back out to my shed now. I do not want this stuff in my house, on my carpet. I do not want it here. All right. I'm not going to move the camera so you can see my face. That's all we got for you guys today. So until the next time, and I got to get over here in my chair, peace out, in order to move this computer around and get a coffee. Man, is that good to have some coffee. Hey, 3 Sky Warrior, you're at the grandkids, good. Tiragansu, I got one picker in there. Those pieces of black rock that I got out of there, they're heavy, but they're not gold. I can see that. And They're not gold. The biggest one I took and I scraped it with the point of something very sharp, and it didn't scratch any gold color. It's just a rock. It went back into my tailing. So when I pan it again, I'll take a great look at a bigger look at it just to see. But I don't know. All right. The onus is on Kiwi now. He's got to do a live too. And you see what I did, right? I put 1.070 on my bag because that's what I got first time through, under an hour. So Kiwi, you got to do your bag under an hour, and you got to beat that. All right. We'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys. Peace out.